Hey, what's up, everybody? In this video, I'll be going over a beginner-friendly walkthrough of Azure. What we're gonna do is we're gonna create a Azure account. We're gonna navigate through the portal a bit, manage some resources with a focus on creating a storage account. And before we start that, I just want to give some beginner knowledge in case you don't know. So, what is the cloud? I know you probably heard that the cloud, there is no cloud, it's just someone else's computer. And in a way, yeah, that's right. It's just a collection of remote servers located in a data center spread throughout the world. These servers basically allow you to use resources such as storage, memory, computing power in order for you to store and process data without needing the actual physical hardware. Some notable cloud providers are like Google Cloud Provider, Azure, AWS, Oracle Cloud. In this case, we're going to be using Azure. And if you didn't know, Azure does give you a free $200 credit when you first sign up with them. So you can use that to kind of learn and experiment without having to come out of pocket up front. If you want to go to azure.microsoft.com/n-us/free, it'll basically take you to the page where you will try Azure for free. And here it is where you get your $200 credit. I myself have already used it, so unfortunately I cannot get another free account. So what I will do instead is just sign in to my account, you know, just so let me just sign in and I'll pull it up. All right. All right. And so basically when you log in or create your account, this is going to be the home page. And up front, up on the top, you'll have your Azure services, and there's many, many, many more. Way more than I know of, and I probably will never know. But that's okay. So I just want to give you guys some kind of background knowledge, right? So when you first create your Azure account, you're automatically given a tenant, which is going to represent your organization. You can see this as kind of like a global administrator, all right, where you do all your configurations. And within your tenant, you have subscriptions, which is used to segregate costs and resources. So imagine that subscription A is accounting and subscription B is HR. They both have different needs, different needs for resources. So they separate them by costs and they're just given their own little area. Within your subscriptions, you're going to have resource groups. And basically, resource groups are just like folders for your resources. They're going to hold all your resources, whether it be virtual machines, databases, storage accounts, which is what we'll be doing. And this Azure storage account is what we will be creating within our resource group. All right, cool. So let's see. On the Azure homepage, you're gonna see Azure services up top. Want you to click resource groups. Again, resource groups is what's gonna hold your actual resources. We're gonna press create. And so right here is your subscription, Azure subscription 1. It's automatically named this. You don't have to change it. And remember, you have your tenant, which is your global administrator. You have your subscription within that, and within your subscription, you're going to have your resource group. So we can name your resource group something, and it can be, yeah, I'm just going to name it RG1 for resource group 1. Region, this is where your resource group metadata or yeah, details are stored. So I usually pick West 2 because I'm on the western part of the United States. Not sure if it makes a big difference, but we'll see. If we go to the next tags, this is basically a way to organize your your resource groups. You can, it's in the format of key value pairs. So you have a name, which can be like the owner. And then the value can be maybe just a email address, you know? But in this case, we can just leave it blank since we're only focusing on the high level of creating this. We have review and create, and we will create. And if you see up here, it says the resource group was created. Let's see. So next, we need to create a storage account. So what I usually do is just go up to the search bar up top and type in storage accounts. You'll see storage accounts right here. Create storage account. And now it's under the subscription 1. It's under resource group 1. Make sure you know which resource group this storage account will fall under. And you want to create a storage account name. All right. So this has to be globally unique. So we can just name it like storage account RG1. It's already taken. RG1 account storage. There we go. Region, you want to make sure that it's in the same region as your resource group. So West US 2. Primary service, we can leave this blank. Azure Blob Storage or Azure Data Lake Storage Gen 2. Okay. Performance, we're going to leave it on standard. And redundancy, if we look, storage account is always replicated to ensure durability and high availability. Choose a replication strategy that matches your durability requirements. So we're going to choose locally redundant storage, which is the lowest cost option with basic protection against server rack and drive failures. Recommended for non-critical scenarios. So based on what you're actually storing, you're going to want to choose accordingly. And basically, it's just creating redundancy in the fact that whole copies will be saved on different in different data centers in case there's a situation where your drive fails, your server rack fails, and you can back it up. We're going to go to review and actually, so you'll see a bunch of other settings we can mess with, like advanced networking, data protection, encryption, tags. But we're gonna skip all that. This is again just a basic walkthrough, and we're gonna go to review and create. So it just validated our storage account, making sure everything's good. We're going to create it. and deployment is in progress. So basically, they're setting up the storage account that's named RG1 account storage, and then it's going to let me know when it's done. So we can either wait around or oh, there we go. Deployment succeeded. So we're good. So if we go home and go to resource groups, you'll see RG1 and you'll see the resource group within, or you'll see the storage account within our resource group. What I'm also going to do is create a container. So within your storage account, we're going to click into our storage account, go down to data storage, go down to containers, click that, and we're going to click the plus sign container to create a new container. Alright. And this is almost going to serve like a folder for our storage account. So we're going to put in a name, storage container, and then create. Successfully created storage container. Cool. Now let's see. We'll go home. Click the resource groups. Click the resource group. Click. Where is the container? Click containers. Alright. So yeah, you're gonna go to your resource group. Go to data storage again. Containers. And you'll see the storage container that we just created. So what we're going to do is click that, and we're going to test out what we can do. We don't need that. So what I'm going to do is create a new text file called test. All right. Oh, looks like I did that already. Test one. We're going to open it up in Notepad. And we're going to type maybe testing. We're going to save it to our desktop. Within our storage container, we're going to upload, browse for files. And then we're going to go to our desktop and click select our test one. Alright. So you'll see one file selected, test1.txt. So we got our text file. We're going to upload it. And now it is successfully uploaded blobs. So blob, I forgot what it stands for, but that's okay. If you ever forget, you can put like blob. What does it stand for? Binary large objects. And it's basically just a data type that stores binary data. So we're going to open up test one. We can download, we can delete it, different things. So what we're going to do is download it. We're going to open it up. And we will see if it says what we put. So for test one, it's testing. There we go. Alright. What we can also do is go to edit, and we can see the contents of this text file, testing, and we can say testing, hello world. We'll save it, and now if we download it, we can see that it made the update to the text file, and then we can go ahead and save it back as test1. Let's use that. Okay, now we go open up the test file to see if we made the updates. Oops, test1. Excuse me. Let's see. Testing. We'll save it to desktop. I saved it to my cloud. That's okay. And then we'll do test1.txt. So next time we open up test1.txt, it should say hello world, which is right there. Cool. Alright, so this pretty much ends this small little portion of the walkthrough. What I want to suggest is whenever you guys are working within Azure and you have your resource groups and it's consuming resources, what you can do is individually delete all of these, like your container, your storage account, or what you can do is just go to your resource group, delete your resource group. It's going to prompt you to enter the name of the resource group. And by deleting the entire resource group, you basically delete all the dependencies in it, all these subgroups. So it'll delete your storage account and your container as well. So let me see. We'll go home, check resource groups. And it takes a little while, so right here it says deleting. And we can wait for that to delete. While that's deleting, I want to show you guys like cost management. So basically, you want to keep track of what resources you're using, how much of it, how long something's on. For example, if you're using a virtual machine, you want to make sure that you're turning these things off, right? So for what we're doing, it's very, very cheap. Like last month, I spent 67 cents, and I spun up a couple virtual machines, did some other projects, and yeah, it was only 67 cents. Go to billing account, yeah. So yeah, this is just part one of this beginner-friendly walkthrough. It is my first video, so I apologize if I went too fast or if I stumbled on words, but there is more to come. Cool. Let's just make sure that our resource group got deleted. So as you see, I went to resource groups, and there's no resource groups to display. So that's gonna let you know that you successfully deleted your resource group. So yeah, thank you, and hope to see you guys again.